I had this, it goes back to action, this thing of, can you, I think you've used the term prime the pump, like act of faith. Can you take an action consistent with what you think?
Well, you have shown yourself that. All of you have had the experience of feeling sort of stuck on something, almost paralyzed, and then you make yourself take an action even though you don't want to, and it sort of loosens things up and you feel better just because you're acting. But what really happened was the action redirected your thought. The action distracted you from whatever thought you had going on. Because it's always the thought that is behind the action that is what, if we were standing in your physical shoes, we would be focused upon. We would think in terms of action. We would want to take inspired action, not motivated action. We wouldn't take an action in order to overcome something. We would take an action because we feel like we want to. It's the path of least resistance thing. And at the heart of it is the understanding that Source knows who you are and what you want and where you are in relationship to it, and is constantly saying, come this way, come this way, come this way, come this way, come this way. So when you feel ease about something, that's a really good indication that there is a clear view from Source that you are tapped into. Really good indication of that. So would we act without that feeling? Well, not knowing what we know, never. But how are you going to know what you know unless you do some of it in order to know what feels like what? If you really want to see how this works, get on a subject of something that feels good, sort of make some lists of positive aspects, join in with someone else, and watch how many things that you've talked about the universe will yield to you in very obvious ways. And feel how it feels. And then take some subject that doesn't feel so good, focus on it, get your conversation going about it, and watch how many things the universe will bring you about it. So law of attraction is responding to what you've got going on vibrationally. But the thing that this conversation is about, the thing that we want you to hear above all other things, is that when you align with who you are first and foremost, then the thoughts that flow to you and through you are joined by that broader perspective, and there is a leverage in that aligned thought that surpasses any action that you have yet discovered in terms of physical human leverage about anything. It's not even the same conversation about the same creative environment. You can bang it out the hard way by working to overcome your own resistance, or you can understand what we're saying and not let the resistance get started, and be aware of the resistance when it does get started, and go with the flow of things and find out what your true power is. And every one of these people who's coming to you for advice, that's what they're looking for. They really don't want you to teach them how to have more stamina, or how to offer more effort, or how to get more hours in the day. They're really not asking you how to beat the other guy or how to make an end run about something. What they're really asking for is inspired life, because that's the only life that is really, really fun all the time.
And that's who I attract, because that other thing, I don't do that.
So those words will come more easily to you now when they say, what's your strategy? Alignment. What do you mean? Accessing the power of the universe. What do you mean? Going with the flow of who we really are. Mastering this. No longer dabbling, mastering it. Understanding some simple premises and focusing until we really get it. Understanding that there's not a shred of evidence in all of the universe to the contrary of this. Harnessing the power that we were born understanding. Getting our power back. Focusing it. Living happily ever after. They'll say, oh, that's more than I realized. Enough?
Thank you.
Really good.
Thank you.
Really good.